the amount of money spent on these two stadiums.
Sure.
How much money?
Can I check? Honestly, the numbers change so much. The Yankees stadium, if you count everything, right? So if you count the stadium, the parking garages, the cost of the land, the cost of relocating the parks that had been there, the cost of demolishing the old stadium, of moving a water main that was in the way. So you really add everything in. Comes to about $2.3 billion. The Mets came in at around $800 million, which would be a record except for baseball, except for the fact that the Yankees, broke it in the same year.
I love baseball, Raph.
I love baseball too, and I love the Mets. I know you love the Mets too, right? We both grow Mets fans.
Definitely love the Mets. The Mets are the best. I mean, they suck at baseball.
Right.
But in my heart, that's where they're really good.
Can I watch them in your heart sometimes? Because I'm tired of watching them, suck at baseball.
We're going to run over to Citi Field, man. Let's go see what $835 million buys us, the taxpayers. How do you like this stadium compared to the old building?
This is cool. Does it make up for the Mets performance, the food?
Yep. Yeah. That's the only reason why we're here.
It used to be when you came to Shea, you had to have a hot dog and a beer. But now, Citi Field, it's a new era. Here we are, we're online for Shake Shack.
Raph, you know what pisses me off?
What's that?
The fact that they call themselves Shake Shack and not Shake Shack. Shout out to Shea.
I think this is more luxurious than Shea.
Okay.
Shea, I loved it. Don't get me wrong, but this is more luxurious.
These are $150 a piece. That's $300 for the tickets.
Okay.
$100 for me.
You're elbow deep in a couple $100.
Yeah.
Awesome Mets fans right now still calling this building Shea, as it should be called.
It should be.
I mean, why are we calling this building?
But you know,
The old Shea's a parking lot now. And we're standing in it. This is the old Shea. They tore it down. They tore it down before the new one went up. Before the new one started being used, I mean.
Yeah.
Unlike Yankee Stadium they still got the old Yankee Stadium. Oh man, how you doing? Sure. How much? Sir.
Raph, a beautiful day for a funeral.
Lovely. That's why I wore black today.
Goodbye, Yankee Stadium.
80 years of history. Pulling it apart piece by piece. 2 months, this whole thing will be gone.
Joe DiMaggio played there.
Yeah. Babe Ruth played there. Mickey Mantle.
The Mick.
You know how many bottles of alcohol Mickey Mantle drank in that stadium?
That's history, Raph.
Yeah.
And who cares about history?
No, we don't need history anymore.
We've got Hard Rock Cafe now.
We've got luxury boxes.
We've got the Yankees team store.
We've got $1,000 dinners at their restaurant.
Why not just keep the old building?
Because Boston's fucking beat us that time, 4th straight after we were up. The curse is gone, the stadium's gone.
Okay.
Other than that, I'd be disappointed for the curse.
Right.
After that, fuck it, rip it down.
Okay.
Tear it down, start it over.
If you like it that much, enough to ask that question even, I would suggest you keep the old stadium.
Unfortunately, nobody asked us. I mean, we would have kept the old
I would have too. I would have kept it too. Before the stadium went up, this was the best used park in the Bronx.
All right, you lost some parkland, but you got so many more places to park now.
The Yankees were asking for a new stadium pretty much, as long as I've been an adult. They were talking about moving to Jersey if they didn't get, first it was like upgrades to Yankee Stadium. I think really mostly what they wanted was a new parking garage.
You've got the 161st Street garage, the Rupert Plaza garage, the River Avenue garage, a Harlem River lot, a Harlem River South lot.
Raph, I'm excited about this future garage right here. It doesn't have a name yet.
Maybe we can buy the naming rights.
Internet Celebrity Garage at the new Yankee Stadium. This is the new Yankee Stadium, Raph, so this must be the new Bronx now.
How's New Bronx different? Has it been reinvigorated?
I mean, the Bronx is totally transformed. Now that it has a Hard Rock Cafe, people are learning how to read now in the Bronx, I think.
It's funny because the party line every time a stadium tries to get money from the public is that it'll bring all this money into the community, bring jobs.
The local businesses here on River Avenue and 161st Street, the most successful of them only lost about 20 or 30% of their business last year. Everybody's business went down, got worse with the new stadium.
Remember how this neighborhood was being revitalized by this new stadium? Well, guess what? Behind us, you see all the revitalization going home now. You hear the sirens.
Yeah.
Right on the other side of the tracks, Raph, you're back in the Bronx.
Still in Bronx.
Internet says the same crabby McDonald's that's been there for the last 20 years.
They're not serving sushi in there.
No, they're not.
No, there's no Johnny Rockets once you leave this block.
This is not a population that has the time, the leisure, and the computers to sit down and send letters to city government.
This is how you folks in the Bronx get to keep winning. You keep staying poor, And we're gonna build bigger stadiums for you, Bronx. You're gonna get a 10-story stadium with a 15-story underground garage. Not until everyone in the Bronx has asthma are we gonna stop building stadiums.
When you add up the free land that they got, the tax breaks that they got, the garages that they got, the Yankees stadium is about half public money, so somewhere north of $1 billion in taxpayer money. The Mets stadium is about $600 million. It was majority publicly paid for. The problem isn't that the city's fronting the money in the first place. The problem is they're not getting it back. All the revenues are going to the Yankees and the Mets.
This is an ocean of a pothole. This is like literally like we've entered a third world country. Internet. Right in the shadow of Citi Field. These are known as the Willets Point junkyards. These businesses, Raph, have been around since the old stadium, right. Even before the old stadium.
The playbook for trying to get stadiums has not changed at all. You talk about all the economic benefits that you're going to get from a stadium and how it'll create jobs and how it will revitalize neighborhoods, all of which any independent economist will tell you is somewhere between overblown and complete nonsense.
Would you guys want to tell us how Citi Field has helped your business?
Help? Oh, wait.
Hasn't this brought more customers to you?
No, we lost customers.
Do the players at least bring their nice cars here to get worked on? All right, you got that at least, right?
What about the people working over here? You know have nothing.
You see this shop is closed. Yeah.
We want to only remove these people and put in new shops, new things, new building, new done, for nothing.
We've heard this. They talk about making the shops leave. Do you know what they're planning to build here?
Planning to build?
Yeah.
Oh, it's supposed to be residential area, hotels. Supposed to make it the mainstream.
So it looks more like Citi Field.
Yeah.
Where do they expect you guys to go? What if the city basically, the threat that the city's just going to seize the property? Like, how are they planning to do that?
They're talking about eminent domain, but everybody's trying to fight against that.
It's a beautiful day today. It's a wondrous day today, Internet. It's a celebration today. It's a groundbreaking for the new home of the Brooklyn Nets, the NBA's worst team. Net fans, I assume. Let's go Nets! Let's go Nets!
Brooklyn is not for sale! Brooklyn is not for sale! Brooklyn is not for sale! Brooklyn is not for sale!
Get them out! Shoot us all down!
I do know that I no longer legally own my home. I know that's a fact.
Dan Goldstein, develop Don't Destroy Brooklyn.
Current status is I had once owned my apartment and now the state owns it, and they'll have to get a judge to decide when I have to be evicted. And I'll have to fight with them in court over what they pay me for the apartment they took from me.
Internets. This building behind us, right here, scheduled for demolition. Why? Because it's blighted. See that? You got that little chip in the wall over there? That's blight, Raph. That is blight. That's the new blight.
800 people lost their homes without eminent domain. And they're going to replace it with 28,000 people walking through this place. Foot traffic.
Have the Nets, though.
Who gives a shit about the Nets?
But I gotta admit, I'm kind of a fan of the Nets myself. The Internets. You're the first person I found today that wants to say something positive about this arena.
I think that it is good for Brooklyn. I think that it's good for this particular community. I think that it's going to revitalize and bring economic development. You're talking hundreds of jobs. You have to look at the big picture. You have to look globally, not just at this little piece here today.
Can we get another team in here other than the Nets? Can we get the Lakers in here? The Nets are horrible.
Well, that's this year. That's because they're in Jersey. See, there's a whole plan. I can't get into all the details of it, but there's a big plan for when they get to Brooklyn. Winning. That's what I understand, that we'll have a championship in Brooklyn.
Will Jay-Z be courtside in Brooklyn?
That's my, well, he's in there now, so.
Okay.
He and Beyonce are in there now, so.
Is Beyonce fine? I imagine she's fine.
Bless her heart. God bless her. You know, she's a child of God. You know, bless her heart.
God helps those that
help themselves.
That are fine. Thank you for your time.
God bless you.
You had this guy, Bruce Ratner, who built this mall across the street from there, who's made a career out of building big projects on public land. That's clearly his forte as a developer. He has connections. You know, he went to law school with the old governor. You know, I mean, he's, you know, very well connected and is able to go through the public process to get this stuff approved.
Do you live on this block, sir?
Nah.
Oh, okay. You just visiting?
I just go to the church right there.
Dig it, dig it, dig it. You know they're gonna knock that church down too, right?
They are?
When people are inside of it during service.
Dallas.
I mean, not to make a joke, but the developers are that serious, sir, about bringing their stadium to this neighborhood.
Isn't the stadium too big to be right here?
Right behind us is the site where the arena is going to be built. That's where your new Brooklyn Nets are going to play. Unfortunately, the folks that live in these loft apartments, they're going to have to find a new place to live. These buildings are in the footprint of the arena.
And what we're going to do now is walk the entire perimeter, so you get a sense of how large it is. And it starts here on Carlton and Dean. To Vanderbilt and Dean.
To Atlantic and Vanderbilt.
To Flatbush and Atlantic.
To Flatbush and Dean. And back to Carlton and Dean. We've just walked the perimeter of the new Atlantic Yards development site.
We're both winded. And what did we see, Dallas?
A lot of people still live here.
And a lot of buildings still got to get pulled out.
This building's definitely coming down. But I even love the notion of this equipment right here, just letting you know, like, hey, listen, you know, you might be coming down while you're in the building. Residents, run! Your building is going to be knocked down. They're going already. I kind of feel bad for this building in a way. Whoever built this,
right.
You know, whoever put these bricks and took their time,
sure.
You know, they're probably dead now.
Long dead.
But this was the last, this was their legacy.
Something great they did.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be destroyed.
Yeah. So you're in favor of the new Yankee Stadium?
I like the old stadium, but I love the Yankees. My father took me to see Babe Ruth in his car.
Real fans, internets, real fans.
It's hard being a sports fan these days, you know?
I loved going to games there. I did. I don't hate going to games here, but I won't be going much. It's so expensive, oh my God.
Brooklyn, you know, we love the underdog here.
Right.
So we said, hey, wait a minute, this is the worst NBA team ever?
That sounds like a good match for us.
The developers for the new Nets Arena said, we're gonna be bringing high-paying jobs to your area.
You got 12 guys in the Nets that need to be replaced, right? That's 12 high-paying jobs right there.
Yeah, internets, stadium status.
That phrase was coined by Kanye West, right? And he was talking about what a superstar he is, that he can actually fill a stadium with people, with fans. But for teams, stadium status is totally different.
It's not even about filling the stadium wrap anymore, is it?
No, forget it. I mean, look at Yankee Stadium, they hardly filled it. Stadium status for team owners is really about who's got the newest, the best, the freshest stadium with the most amenities.
And who got the most money from the taxpayer in order to build it.
That's right.
If you got stadium status, you're not spending your money to build that stadium.
No, you're getting over because you're getting public money.
That's right.
To build a stadium.
$1.5 billion of your money, my money, went into this.
Federal taxpayers as well, because of these tax-exempt bonds they use. You know, Red Sox fans are actually paying for a share of the new Yankee Stadium.
I mean, look at the stadiums in this area, would you want to live where Shea Stadium is, where Yankee Stadium is?
I grew up where Shea Stadium is.
Okay.
Right in that brown and yellow building over there, that's where I grew up, man. That's where my parents raised me. You know, the plane overhead, the train here up on Roosevelt, the cars whizzing by on the Grand Central. You know, that's music to my ears. And especially when Darryl Strawberry would hit the ball out of the park. You know, you'd hear 50,000 people roar. Shit.